So hi everyone, so welcome to new video, and today I'll going to show you how you can deploy a three-tier application, okay, to Azure Web App using GitHub Action Pipeline. Okay, so here our three-tier application have the tech stack is as you know, for three-tier it will be like front-end, backend and database. So database I am using MongoDB here, and for the backend I am using Python Flask, and for the front end I am using React, HTML, CSS and Tailwind CSS also. So this is our application part. This is the three-tier application, and once you publish your code or you push your code to GitHub, so using GitHub Action Pipeline it will going to deploy into Azure Web App. So here you can see I already created two web app. One is for front end, another is for backend. As front end need to run independently, right, and backend also need to be done independently, right? So this front end and backend both will going to send data to each other using APIs. So that's what this is the three-tier application, and we are going to deploy to Azure using GitHub Action Pipeline. So yeah, before that I'll show the functionality how this application is working. And yeah, so came here, so you can see this is the URL I already deployed. That's why this is the front-end web app URL. So if you go this web app, see this is the URL, domain name, this is the this one. Okay, so that I'll explain later. So as of now just understood what is this application is doing, as what it mean of like three-tier, right? So let's say I'll add new student, let's say three-tier, okay, and this is the project number 3 and this is the DevOps. See guys, now I added one student, so it is showing here. Let's search three-tier, see only this one, let's say Sanjay, right, this one. That's what it is working perfectly. Now I'll do edit operation, three-tier application. See, it is working fine. Now what we will do, just delete. So as you can see, completely working three-tier application. So as I mentioned, we are using front-end, backend and database. So now let's start how you can going to deploy. This is my GitHub repository. I'll mention this in comment or like video description. You can go there and simply you can download and put into your GitHub repository. And I hope everyone know how you can create a GitHub repository and all, so I'm not covering that. Else you can just fork this repository and you can use. That's all. Already I mentioned the readme file. You can just go through this readme file, you'll able to get. So now let's go to Azure. I'll tell you what we are going to do. So once you have logged into your Azure account, just search app services. See, once you search, you will see something like this two web app I already created, so no need to worry about that. So in your case it should not be there, so just click on create and just select web app. See, then here I am using free tier account, so I am going with Azure subscription one, whatever name I given, so that is there. And you need to select a resource group. That is just simple. You can just create a resource group, that's all, or you can create here itself. Okay, just give the name, that's all, and go to next, then review and create. That's all. Once you created a web app, in our case we need to create two web app. One is for backend and another is for front end. So once you created two web app, so yeah, let's go to backend web app first. So this is the backend web app. So if you go, you can see this is download publish profile. Just click on this one and just keep it. I'll just tell you next when I explain the code. And after that, what you need to do, go to your environment variable. You can see this Mongo URI. This is basically MongoDB URL I am using to connect database. And one more thing I can explain now, like I am using MongoDB like free tier open source is there, right? Free tier. Whenever you create account in MongoDB, you will get a free tier, right? Or like free eligibility credits, so you can use that one. So I am using that one. Basically what I did, I create a cluster, and yeah, inside that cluster, I'm not mentioning anything, like it will automatically create database whenever you do like any operation like CRUD operation, right? So that I'll tell you, no need to worry. So as of now, just understood what this backend web app configuration and all. So that I'll show you. If you see, so yeah, this is the URL. So now go to configuration. Here if you see there is a setting here called stack setting. Just click on there. As we are using backend as a Python Flask, so for in this code I am using Python 3.10. so same you can mention if you are going with this project. And this is the startup command. Sometime what happen, like maybe from GitHub Action to be not working, so I just for sample purpose I just kept here. So you can also kept, yeah. And one more thing I'll tell in last, so just watch this video as of now. Yeah, that's all. So for backend web app, I already shown you what you need to do. Once you created the web app, just click on environment variable and just add this one, Mongo URL, any name you can give. For my understanding, I give this name. And once you click on configuration, as I told, go to stack setting and give this one. This is for backend web app. Now come to front-end web app. Yeah, this is one. Okay, I'll go from here. It will be easy to understand, right? Yeah, see. Yeah, now our front-end web app open. Same only. Just download this publish pub file and keep it. I'll tell you where you can use. Okay, and this is the URL. Okay, front-end domain URL. As I shown you earlier here, this is the URL. This one. This one is the this, and yeah, this one, default domain. So that's all. Hope you already downloaded this one for both for our backend web app and front-end web app. After that, just go to environment variable. So here no need to do anything for front-end. Okay, and now go to configuration. Here same only, go to stack setting. Just select your particular node, because front-end, as we know, I am using React. So whenever we are building anything in React, right, internally it will going to use node as a dependency management tool. You can say like npm. Let's say when I am doing React thing, right, I need some third-party package, right, to build some functionality. So that I'll explain in code. So no need to worry as of now. So just, yeah, remember. Yeah, this is the like front-end startup command for, yeah. The same you can follow as of now. As I told in last, I'll tell you what is the better approach and all, and what we are going to do. That's all. So I already explained how you can create a web app and what configuration you need to do for front end and back end, right? That's all. So now come to database. As I mentioned, I am using MongoDB official, right? So what you can do, simply search MongoDB. That's all. You will see www.mongodb.com. just open there. Once you click, just sign in. So I already created the account, so I'm not going to do now. This is the simple one you can do. So once that is done, you can see something like dashboard, like something like that. So once you got, just click on MongoDB, right? So here, register it. Cluster, it is not showing. Yeah, it will show here. Sorry, yeah, here only. All projects, nothing, 0. So yeah, once I selected that project, you can see this is the I created. Just click on cluster. So yeah, so just create here, just click create. So I'm not going to create. See, as I mentioned, free tier. So I think I already used, so it is not showing for me. Whenever you guys go, you will get this and give your cluster name. Yeah, that's all. Just create deployment. That's all. So now go to my cluster, which I already created. Just click here. Yeah, you can see the cluster details here, data and explorer. See, just click here. Basically, what all database available inside this cluster. So that's what I mean to say. See, this local is default one, and admin. Whenever you create a cluster, by default you will get this database admin local and sample. This practice is our custom database name. Okay, so this also we no need to create anything. Whenever you do any like first time any like addition or like adding like a student and all, so that time only it automatically going to create here. Okay, for that here two setting we need to do for this cluster. Just click on database and network in this security section. Once you click, you can see database user. So default you will get whenever you create cluster, right? Default user you will get something, and password also you will get. So no need to use that one. Just click add a new database user, right? So yeah, that's all. Give your name and all. And main thing is privilege, like what is the role you are going to give. See, add built-in role here. Just select read and write any database, right? That you need to select. That is the main important thing. Otherwise it will be not going to connect from Azure. Okay, so this is my Sanjay I already created. If I edit this one, if you see my privilege, like what is the built-in role I given, that is read and write to any database. That's all. So once that is done, you created the cluster and you created the user for your cluster. After that, just click on this network access IP access list. Once you click, you can see the IP address and the port. So for our application as a demo application, right, I am not using any specific IP address. I am just giving any like normal one, right? This is the default IP we can say. So that I am giving here. So that's all. Once how you can do, just click add IP address. Yeah, simply mention whatever you want to give. Okay, that's what. So as of now, what I explained, how you can create a Microsoft Web App. After that, how you can do created a like MongoDB cluster, and how you can create a user and this IP, right? That's all. So once that is done, just go to code. I'll explain now. You will be able to understand what I am doing. So as I mentioned, I already have GitHub repository I already created, and I already publish like post my code to here. So yeah, for in your case, initially if you download it, then definitely you will get say similar whatever I am having, same only. So if for your understanding purpose, I'll just explain the code, and main is the this pipeline, right? This YML file. So first understood code what I am doing. As I mentioned, I created this one, and this is the 3 tier. For that front end, I created a front end directory. Inside that, I just did npm install to get all the node modules and all, right? To build a front end application like using React, right? We need dependency manager. What dependency in like I mean, like if you go to this package.json, you can see, right? These are the this Axios, React DOM. These are the dependency we need for as per this application. These are the thing, so no need to worry. So that's all. So this is the front end entry file index.html. From here it will go to app src main.x. This is the, if you know coding, then it will be easy for you, so no need to worry. Just simply I'm just for your sake of understanding, I'm giving a overview. So go, just click on app.js. You can see I'm just importing the component, right? So for that, what I created one directory components, and the if you see the application, right, like perspective, like this is the header, and this is the body part, and this is the sidebar, navbar, whatever. So for that, I just for respective layout, I just created respective components. Okay, that's all. This is the front end stuff done. And once front end is done, now come to backend. I created one more directory called backend. Inside that, I just follow all the best practices as much as possible, like oops and all, and like service contract design pattern, little bit you can say routing concept and all. That's all. So here, as I mentioned, for backend also we need some dependency that I already mentioned in here. In backend we need to do custom. That's why I created a requirements .txt. This is my custom, not say much package.json. This is the default you will get from node, so no need to worry. So in case of backend, I created this one, and these are the like unicorn, pymongo and all, physical database connection package and all. So that what I already mentioned here, so I'll tell you later. So now go to config.py. This is the database connection. Okay, this is the database name practice, as I shown you right here, if you remember. Okay, cluster, right, I shown you. That's a minute, just a minute. See, if I select here, automatically where it is, bro, data and explorer. Yeah, it is taking time, just a minute. Yeah, inside that I already shown you that the practice, right? See this one, this is the database name whatever we mentioned here, and this is the Mongo URL I mentioned, right? Where if you can relate, that is we declare inside web app, backend web app here, right? Environment variable, see, just yeah, see Mongo URL, and this is the value means if you see this is the username Sanjay 1234, right? So that one my MongoDB, I'll delete that one, no need to worry if you may think you will use, not an issue. So yeah, this is the Mongo URL why I mentioned there to get the database connection, and this is the collection name students, that's all. So once done, and for backend the entry point is app.py, right? This one, and I'm connecting with frontend URL to backend, and this one, and in case of your how it is connecting with backend thing, right? So maybe if you go here, I am declared here, I think, see this is the backend URL I'm connecting, like all the student details and all I'm getting from backend. So I already deployed this one, so that's why I'm just using that web app URL. Otherwise for localhost it will be like something like this, see 127.0.0.1 and 500 the port. So that's all. I already explained the backend and your front end, right? So now main part is this github.yml file, that pipeline. To you as we know, for GitHub action we need to follow for a respective like proper standard, like similar only .github folder. Inside that there is a one more folder I created called workflows, sorry, and this is the deploy.yml. so as you can see in my local, I am using Ubuntu, okay, Ubuntu operating system, that's why I'm just mentioned Ubuntu AS here. This is the name of my pipeline, and this is the branch name, like I just shown you, right? This is the branch, this is the main branch, right? This is the, for this repository that you got. And after that, what jobs I am doing, simply two jobs I am performing here. One is backend, another is frontend. Let's understood backend. So here my application going to run in Ubuntu, that's why I mentioned Ubuntu latest. After that, what step I am following, basically checkout code, this is the normal, no need to worry about that. And what version of Python I am using, as I told, 3.10. okay, if you can relate with this backend configuration stack setting, see Python 3.10, right? That's all. And yeah, if you see this pip install -r requirement.txt, basically whatever dependency we declared here inside this backend, as I mentioned, right? Like MongoPy to connection of the database and all, right? So these are the things. So yeah, here we'll explain better. So we are installing the all the dependency for backend now. As I mentioned, we are now going through backend jobs, right? So here if you see pip install -r, pip is the package manager for Python, so that no need to worry. So whatever mentioned inside this requirement.txt, it will going to install. And after that, I'm just creating a proc file basically to run this backend application, that's all. And as I mentioned, we are going to run backend independently and frontend independently. So for that, we already shown you, I already shown you, right? Like we need to create two web apps, basically one is for backend and is for frontend. So this is the main point. So here I am, if you see this app name, this is the web app name for backend, I just mentioned that one. And this is the Azure backend publish profile. As I mentioned in starting, whenever you open your web app, right, if you go to this overview, you can see there is a download and publish profile, right? So that is the basically how you will do that, I'll tell you. So once you go to your repository, go to setting, if you go to secret and action, if you see this is the Azure backend publish profile, same name I am using here. Basically what we did, we downloaded this file and we added here, okay, in GitHub. If you click here, see, you can select, let's say, backend publish profile, right? And you can put that JSON file. Basically you will get some, not JSON, like some secret key whenever you download this publish profile. So you need to add into your GitHub, that's all. Just back, I already added, so I am not adding again, okay? This is for backend, same goes with frontend, okay? So I think now you got the connection, right? Basically this Azure backend publish profile is taken from GitHub repository, that setting actions, secrets key and all. And from where we are getting, this is we are getting from that web app, backend web app, right here, from here. Okay, this is our web app, backend web app. That's all. So backend jobs I already explained. Now go to front end jobs, what it is going doing. So as I told, this is I'm using Ubuntu. So same also I want to use in Azure also. So I'm using Ubuntu latest, and this is the normal one, first one, let it be. And for this front end I'm using Node version 20. So yeah, that's what I mentioned, nothing else. If you go here, I need to install, right? Yeah, one more thing you need to notice, if you want to install the respective dependency, right, you need to go to that directory, cd frontend. If you same, you go with cd backend. So inside that folder only you need to run that one. See, npm install, npm run build. Basically npm install will do what, it will go to your frontend package.json, whatever I mentioned there, from there only it will going to install. Okay, after that, as I mentioned, same as backend, we are just given the Azure Web App name here, and we are just making the connection from here. In GitHub we already added this one, right, publish profile. So same thing we added here. Basically we are making the connection with Azure from our GitHub repository. That's all. I think I already explained everything, yeah, maybe correctly. So yeah, deploy.yml, this is the, and one thing you need to notice, I'm not using any best practices yet, because my understanding is whenever I am doing any project, first of all try to implement any way, after that we'll follow the best practices. If you saw my earlier videos, I did same, that simple Node.js application I did this way first, after that I use Docker file and proper way. So same only, as of now I am not going with Docker file and any like creating web app and all whatever I shown in Azure, right? People follow best practices, like that is your Bicep, or maybe you can go with Ansible or Terraform, right, as per need. So those will going to show in next video or maybe upcoming videos, that's not an issue. And yeah, you may think like, where is the, when we are creating something in Azure, right, where is the your vnet or maybe for security, or where is your subnet, or where is your nsg. Okay, those are I'm not showing now, I'll show in upcoming videos, so no need to worry. So yeah, that's all. If you have any doubt, please feel free to put comment. I'll go one by one and I'll try to reply as soon as possible when I'm free. So yeah, that's all, how you can deploy a 3-tier application to Azure using GitHub Action pipeline. So, and I'll suggest, if you are starting new, just go and watch my older video in this playlist, Azure projects. So yeah, this is a little bit advanced, not advanced. Yeah, this is for who is starting like as a beginner, right? For them it will be little bit yeah. So that's all. So how it is working and all, complete working application. As I told, just copy this, go to overview. Yeah, just copy this URL. Okay, this one. Same only I copy, you can see, then paste, you can see, add whatever. Okay, already done. And one more thing I need to show. So once you have all the code ready, and if you do git commit, or sorry, git add whatever, okay, and after that if you do git commit, okay, that is a normal thing. Once you push, let's say git push origin main, right, once you push your code to GitHub, you will go to this action tab in this repository. You can see this many trigger happen, right, this many pipeline run. So you just click first one. For in my case I'm showing, see, this is the backend and this is the front end. If you click front backend, you will get to say what all step, whatever we mentioned in that file, right, let's say install dependency, create work file and all. So that's all for as of now. I hope I am able to explain correctly, or yeah, that's all. So I'll going to mention all this repository link and all, and I'll suggest, if you have any confusion, please go through this readme.file, readme.md. I already clearly mentioned every step. Let's say MongoDB URL, right, how you can create a MongoDB cluster, that also I mentioned, how you can create a custom username and password, and how you can create a IP address, that's all. And after that, how you can use this Mongo URL, how it will be going to make. Okay, that's all. So everything I mentioned, just go through that, and what all error I faced whenever I'm doing to deploy this one, I already mention the error for front end and mention the error for backend and what fix you are I tried to do. So that all thing I already mentioned. Just line by line go, you'll able to understood, no need to worry. Okay, and error also I just kept some images what whole error you'll get, right? That's all. And also images like for your quick user UI guide, right? If you see front end UI this and your user, that's all. Yeah, so thank you for watching.